Hi everybody, my name is Mafa Hippolyte. I'm a sous chef at Coconut Bay. I'm responsible for the main restaurant, Coconut Walk, and today I'm going to be doing a cooking demo for you guys.
So this is your typical jarred jerk sauce?
Okay, very salty. This is real jerk. Definitely not picking up salt forward notes at all. It's super thin, with a mild heat to it. These real jerks, they can vary.
Much like barbecue in the Americas.
I'm gonna try some conch stew right here. That is so good.
Alrighty, street party time, Mabuhay squad. RJ, are you going to party? You ready to party St. Lucian style? Ooh, street party St. Lucian style. Reminds me of the Philippines fiestas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so they said we turn right. Yes, this is it. Oh my, there's quite a few people. Amazing. Rum punch. Wow, there's a lot of vendors, a lot of things you can buy.
I call myself a cook. You know, I don't have a formal schooling to call myself a chef. When I come in the kitchen, I feel like my own little scientist. I try to feed my customer how I feed my family.
Fausia and Company, great people. The food is excellent. Come down here to 161st Street in the Bronx and have a taste.
My name is Fausia Abdurrahman, owner and operator of Fauzia's Heavenly Delights. I've been in business for the past 24 years. I call it a Jamaican fusion. I work with my daughter, Amina, and my husband. I'm really known for my jerk sauce. But apart from that, I carry at least 3 to 4 vegetables, 1 vegetarian entree, 2 meats, a fish or lamb.
Thank you very much.
Anytime. Have a good day.
Enjoy.
Hold it good. Okay. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Growing up in Jamaica, I stayed far from the kitchen. That was the last place you will find me. This is my own homemade jerk sauce. The main ingredient is pimento and Scotch bonnet pepper, a little garlic and onions, and this is a dry jerk that I also make, you know, to put like on top of it, and then I put some soy sauce to give it a richer, darker color. You know, authentic jerk is done on the grill. But because, you know, we're in this close part, I can't have that smoky stuff. So we have to improvise and do it in the pot. I came here, I was in college. I came not with absolutely no intention of staying, but when I was getting ready to go back, my aunt said, "Where are you going? You're 20 years of age. I think you should really start your life." My mom, she came to visit and she was like, "You know, I think you should get into the food business." I'm like, "No, Mom, I can't get into the food business. I don't know how to cook." She said, "Get into the food business. I'll teach you how to cook." She showed me how to do it, and we made some codfish cake, and we went out on 125th Street. We sold out and sold out early. So that's when she said, "You see, it will work." I met my husband at a festival. My mom and I still trying to pack the van up. He came over, he said, "Somebody coming to help you?" I said, "No, it's just us." So he said, "Okay, let me help you pack up." So he helped me pack up the van. And then I would see him all the time. And then after a while, he would call and tell me, "Okay, this is going on or that is going on." And I would, you know, take my stuff there and vend. After a while, things got a little more serious, and that was it. Tuesday and Thursday is a lot of prepping. After I had my first job, I told my husband, "Let's get a food vending license." We stayed up all night. We slept in a chair. We brought 2 chairs and a blanket so we could be one of the first 100 or so to get a permit. I cashed in the insurance policy, so I had enough money to buy the cart. "Okay, I'm in. Let's get the fish in," and then, you know, because time is against us. What do you think? It's too much? So we've been in the same spot for the last 24 years. My cart is parked at the corner of 161st Street in Concourse Village West. Morning, sweetheart.
I mean, Rashid, I just help my family with our food business, you know.
I guess I'm the owner-operator, but he checks me in a minute.
Oh, Fauzi is the boss. Most of the time I flow with what she says, but if it doesn't sound like it's the best way to do something, then I balance her out.
If you see where I'm going a little too left, he brings me back to the center.
My mom is the boss of like anything cooking related, anything car related, transportation related, cart related. He's like, "This is what we're doing." I was like, okay.
I look at this as being her business, and I'm helping her with the family business.
Oh my God, this business could not run without him. Never, ever. I couldn't do it. He's the backbone of the business, really. This is vegetarian soy chicken. We have the collard greens cooking. Today we're having red lentils. Hey Jill, we're having red lentils. We're having red lentils with mushrooms and spinach. Everything is cooked on the cart, so we get there and we start cooking and grilling and doing whatever we have to do, and the food is usually ready to be served between 10:30 and 11. Food is so exciting. Oh my God. To me, it could be so boring to cook the same thing over and over. The first customer was a lady, her name was Ruby, like my mom. So when she came up to the cart and she said, "What is this?" She made a big hoopla and I said, "What's your name?" And she said, "Ruby." Oh, that was it. To me, that was sanctioned because my mom's name is Ruby. Grilled chicken, right? Yeah. After that, then Patrick came up, that tall fella, he came up and said, "What's going on over here?" He made a big hoopla, you know, and I was like, no, that's so loud, that's so loud.
I've been a customer of Fazia for maybe over 25 years. Matter of fact, since she's been here, I might have been her third customer.
Hey, Poppy, 1 second. Yeah, Poppy, hello. I love my customers. We share so much. I've seen kids in the belly, to the stroller, to kindergarten, all the way up to college. Oh my God.
Me and the DAs were arguing how fast we get out to get online to get Falcon's food. It is delicious.
Jerk chicken, right?
I've been coming here about 6 years now. Falcia's food is delicious. I stay away from fast food. If I want something close to a home-cooked meal, I come to see her.
I work on the 5th floor, and sometimes I look out the window to see if her cart is there, and if it's not, I just sometimes refuse to eat because she is the best food around. I often say I'm going to marry Falcia.
Your change? It's funny, one of her customers made this joke that we should make a cardboard cutout of her.
Thank you.
Have a pleasant day.
You too.
Customer service is half your business, really. I come with a good frame of mind when I'm getting ready to start cooking, and just hopefully that will translate in the food. A lot of my customers come from the building in front of me, which is the DA's office. Some come from the Supreme Court, the 2 criminal courts is across the street, a lot of law enforcement people.
So I think it was maybe the Daily News, and they were talking about the South Bronx and how it's considered a food desert. She is able to provide fresh foods that aren't necessarily fast food or Chipotle and things like that. I honestly think that's why people have just been continuously coming back. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
All 3 of my kids, this is the only thing they know. In the summertime, I would have a card table. I would put it right there next to the card. They would color and draw and do their homework. Of course, all went out to college. My older one, he went to Howard University. The next one in line, he went to Ithaca College, and my daughter, she went to Stony Brook. Like my father said, that's the one thing that nobody can take away from you, and that's your education. I am definitely a New Yorker, 100%. I came here 40 and a half years ago with a suitcase on vacation, finding a job and working my way up, saw a vision to open my own business, sending my kids to college, and now I'm on the other end. So I'm hoping between one of my 3 kids, they will take the business and take it to the next level. You know, all I can do is hope and pray.
Hello there, welcome to the Windjammer in Villa Beach Resort here in sunny St Lucia. I'm Renee, executive chef here. I'm joined by my right hand man Shervin. He's one of the chefs in the Upper Deck restaurant. How are you doing today, Shervin?
Doing good.
Yeah, another beautiful day?
Yeah.
Right, so we've come down here, we're going to do a little filming. We decided to set up on the deck. That's our ski dock, that's where all our water sports going on. We've got surfing, hobby cats, we've got the paddle boards, the kayaks, the pedalows. You can have some great fun over there. So we wanted to give you a little shot of the view that we see every day. And I tell you what, it's been coming on 3 years now and I never get tired of that view. I mean, I think you'll agree, it's very, very amazing. So today we're going to cook a little dish. We're going to be using the Windfresh, and today we're going to use the Vibrant Herb and Pepper Marinade. We're going to do a little dish with May, and Shervin's created this dish with myself just to showcase the sauce and a little bit of the St. Lucian produce, which you'll see here. And you know, it's a little dish that you could create at home, nothing too elaborate. You know, sometimes people, you know, you've been at work all day, you want something nice and simple. So Shervin, what are we going to do today?
Today we're going to do Creole mai.
Okay.
Served with basil rice. And
oh, nice. Yeah?
Basil rice.
Okay. So basil rice and a little organic salad, I think?
Yeah, on top with some cashews or toasted nuts, yeah.
Toasted nuts and seeds. Okay, so a little crunch.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good to me. Yeah. Texture, flavour, colour, that's what it's about. That's what we want in our cuisine. Right? We want to make it exciting and enticing. Okay, so you're going to get cracking, prepping some vegetables, and I'm going to work on the mai. All right, so we've got some lovely fresh piece of mai there, and that's caught right out in these beautiful Caribbean waters. And what we're going to do, we're going to use our lovely Windfresh sauce. Now the Windfresh sauces, for those that don't know, this is like a Windward Island project. So there's 3 companies and they're producing the sauces. They produce the H2O water, which is right here, and that's enriched with calcium. That's the only water on the market actually in the Caribbean that incorporates the calcium into the water. So very, very good for you there. And all the produce that goes into the sauces is actually from St. Vincent, Grenada and St. Lucia. So it's a tri-island project, which is all, you know, it's about local business and putting the money back in so the farmers get paid. You know, it's on the supermarket shelves in St. Lucia, Grenada and St. Vincent. So it's really about giving back to the community as well.
Supporting local.
Support local. That's what it's all about, right? Yeah. So what do you think of the sauces since you tried them?
It's really good.
Right?
Good flavour, good balance, everything.
So what you could do, you'd leave the marinade in there overnight. So you actually leave the fish overnight and then it's going to absorb all those wonderful flavours. Okay? So we're just going to, you know, imagine we've let that sit overnight in the fridge, just our sauce, just to marinate our fish, and we would have left that overnight, or even an hour, a couple of hours, just to incorporate that flavour. Okay? So we're actually joined today by 2 of our colleagues from Windjammer. We've got Ricky Charmaine and Kashama Byron. They're here today. They're going to do a little bit of sampling. Whenever we're cooking, we put a little salt, a little pepper. Now that's the thing with salt, you need a little pinch of salt just to bring out the flavour. It's always better to cook with the salt rather than add the salt in after, right? That way the salt dissolves and it infuses into the food. So if you're boiling your potatoes, you put the salt into the water and then the potato's going to absorb that salt, it dissolves, and that's a lot healthier than putting the salt on after. So as long as it's done in moderation, it's like everything, right? Done in moderation, that's the best way. Okay, so our fish is cooking up nicely there. And all that marinade is just infusing right into the fish and absorbing all that lovely flavour. So what we're going to do, we're going to just take the fish out for a second, rest it here, and then in that same pan we've got some julienne. What else we got in there, Shervin?
Seasoning peppers, onions, some bit of garlic, some curry, black pepper.
And just get a close up on those seasoning peppers there, cameraman. That's local St. Lucian sunshine in the palm of your hand. That's full of flavour and just a little bit of heat.
You put in your local seasoning peppers.
Yeah.
Your julienne onion, and you let that simmer down.
Good stuff.
Add your rice straight into your pot.
So that was our fine dice of onion.
Fine dice of onion.
And fresh basil.
Fresh basil, a little bit of garlic.
From the garden.
Straight from the garden.
Alright. And I'm gonna put a little seasoning in there. So a little salt, a little pepper. Lovely.
So this is the Windfresh herb marinade. We've infused with fresh herbs where you have your garlic, your onion, your thyme, everything you did.
Basil.
Yeah. So we're going to be introducing this just to finish off our basil rice. Just a bit, not much. This is already loaded with flavor.
And all the Windfresh products are all available in the supermarket. They've got different sizes of the sauce and there's different sizes of the water. So, you know, they just cut out a little bit of the time, a bit of the prep time, right? And just make life a little easier. We've got our ready-made tomato sauce, right, ready-made, Shervin made. So, there we go. We just want a little bit of that just to... so we've got all those lovely flavours in there. And that's the thing about Caribbean food. You've got the red, the yellows, the greens, you've got the spice. It's just all about the flavours, the colours and the textures. That's what it's really about. I'm just going to put that fish back into the sauce. Okay?
Yeah, so this one we normally fancy with some flour. But
Yeah.
we go in the healthy route, staying away from the gluten. So we're doing this one gluten-free.
So here we have it with our mai and Creole sauce. That's with our basil and garlic rice, and that's using our wonderful herb and pepper sauce from Windfresh. And you can create that dish at home. Just a 5-minute quick dish, and with the wonderful Windfresh sauce packed with flavour. So we're going to bring that over to Ricky and Kashama. There we go. So please give it a try and give us an honest opinion. Silence for now, which is
perfect. You could taste all of the, like you mentioned, the French.
Yeah.
The fusion of the different spices and the Windfresh. Very nice.
Enjoying that. So today we cooked using the Windfresh Vibrant Herb and Pepper Marinade, and that's with our mai. Now Shervin, remind us what we did with the mai.
Well, we marinated our mai in the sauce, then we pan-seared it, seasoned it up nicely with some local peppers.
Nice.
You know, nice little Creole sauce, local peppers, onions, garlic, some thyme, curry.
Yeah.
Mix it up nicely.
And that was with the basil and onion rice, right?
Yeah, basil and onion rice, topped with an organic green salad.
Beautiful.
With some toasted nuts.
Yes.
Seeds, yeah.
And the toasted nuts and seeds. Now, as I said before, those seeds will give us lovely omega-3 oils. That's brain food. That's going to keep us nice and fresh and alert, right?
Yeah.
Especially when we're working long hours in the kitchen. Okay.
For us guys, it's high in zinc.
High in zinc as well, right? So that's good for your man health. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what it's all about. So we're looking after ourselves. We're looking after the environment. These are all locally produced sauces. So, you know, go down to the supermarket, use your Windfresh sauces. Look out for the H2O water. So keep it local. Let's support local business. So thanks for watching, Shervin. Thanks for giving me a hand today.
Pleasure.
All right, it's always a pleasure. So come down to Windjammer, come to Upper Deck. Shervin going to cook you a nice steak, some nice seafood, and we'll look to see you again on another edition here on CTV. Thanks for watching.
When I was in the grocery store in Austin, Texas, I had this great experience where I found all these different foods that were perfect WTFs, things that no one ever knew about. I don't even know how they got to the grocery store. So one of the things that I purchased was this can of this stuff called ackee, and that's what we're going to take a look at today. Today's sponsor is Grab 'em Snacks, and you can check them out online at grabemsnacks.com. Grab 'em Snacks makes a bunch of different flavors of plantain chips, 7 to be precise, each of them equally delicious and totally nutritious. If you've never had a plantain before, it's basically a banana, well, it's in the same family of bananas, sliced thin and cooked into a chip. They make the perfect pairing for dips. You can crumble them up and put them on a salad, you can put them up on top of dip, or you can just eat them right out of the bag. Either way, totally tasty. Check them out online at grabemsnacks.com. All right, so today we were talking about ackee, which is also known as vegetable brain. Brains. Ackee comes from a fruit-bearing tree bearing the same name and coming from West Africa. Ackee is related to the lychee and longan fruits and kind of comes in this red, orange, yellow color. When you cut it open, you'll see 3 arils inside. What's an aril? It is a seed that kind of has this soft, creamy flesh around it, similar to what you have inside with pomegranate, a seed with this little fleshy bit around it. Now here's a warning. Boop, 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 warning. You probably won't be harvesting your own ackee, but if you, for some reason, are in Jamaica or in West Africa, and you are in the industry of harvesting ackee, well, then you'll know this, but they are deadly poisonous. If you do not handle them properly, they will be really, really bad. They might even kill you. Never to worry, 99.9% of the ackee that you'll get in the grocery store, here in the United States at least, is going to come in a can, and that has already been treated. It's really only the underripe ackee that has the toxins that can do some serious damage. Ackee contains a lot of essential fatty acids as well as zinc, vitamin A, and a ton of protein. In fact, it is a staple ingredient in the Caribbean diet. In the late 1700s, ackee was imported, probably on a slave ship, from West Africa to Jamaica, and it grew like crazy there. They're so in love with it that it is their national fruit, and the dish ackee with saltfish, which we'll do on another episode of WTF, is their national dish. But the thing is, if you look on the internet, every single recipe with ackee is for the same thing, ackee with saltfish. Now it's good, but then we'd have to go into saltfish, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. So today we're going to make vegan eggs. Vegan eggs? Yes, eggs, only vegan. You see, we're going to take the ackee, which looks a lot like an egg and really kind of tastes like an egg and has the same texture of an egg, and we're going to replace eggs in a scramble, and this time use ackee. Really simple. First, open up your can of ackee and strain it out. Then rinse it very well with water. Now, in a skillet, add some olive oil and place it over medium heat. Add some chopped up onion, minced up ginger, and minced up garlic, and let that caramelize. Then add a diced up bell pepper and some diced up tomato. Season with pepper, salt, and some thyme, or another herb if you'd like. You can also add some heat. If you want to stick to Jamaican flavors, you can add the Scotch bonnet habanero pepper, but you can use whatever heat you might like. Lastly, add your ackee and gently fold it into the vegetables. Once it's combined, serve and enjoy. You want to be very careful when handling the ackee because it does have the tendency to sort of break apart, but if you fold it very gently, it'll warm up and it'll hold its sort of form, which is perfect, and I promise you it looks just like eggs and it tastes pretty close to scrambled eggs. Tune in tomorrow for another What's This Food. Be sure to check out grabemsnacks.com, our sponsor, and if you have something you want me to cover, you can drop me an email, hello@danielslanding.com, or leave it in the comments below. See you tomorrow.